Hi, my name is Amane Shahoyan and I work as a postdoctoral research fellow at the Research Institute for Professional Practice, Learning and Education at George Stewart University, Australia. In the last 4 years, where I have worked at the University of Queensland, my research has focused on investigating cross-cultural variations in theory of mind understanding for Iranian and Australian children. Today I want to talk to you about this paper titled Towards a Better Understanding of the Relationship between Executive Control and Theory of Mind, an intercultural comparison of 3 diverse samples, which I have worked with my colleagues and is under publication in the journal Developmental Science. It's not very long since the researchers started paying attention to the importance of culture in studying human behavior. In an exhaustive review of the literature, Joseph Heinrich and his colleagues found that 96% of the studies published in psychology journals, they report data from a sample who represents a small percentage of the world's population. He calls this sample Western, educated, industrialized, rich and democratic countries, and he argues that there are significant differences between the behavior of this weird population and the rest of the world. This clearly calls for studies using samples from diverse cultures. Theory of mind is a concept that refers to our understanding that other people have their own mind. Children come to this understanding that people's behavior is based on their internal mental states such as desires, beliefs, or emotions sometime during their development. Children also need to understand that one's belief can contradict the reality, so one can hold a belief which is against the reality of the outside event. Therefore, to predict one's behavior, we need to know of their beliefs, whether it is true or false. Research has shown different variables as predictors of the acquisition of theory of mind for children. For example, parenting, argument with siblings, and mind-related discussions inside a family are of important social predictors of theory of mind understanding. Language comprehension and executive functioning skills are also known as cognitive predictors. Executive functioning are higher-order cognitive abilities such as the capacity of our working memory, our ability to shift from one dimension of a task to another dimension, and our ability to inhibit the purported response to be able to give a more appropriate response in any given situation. So in this study, we wanted to control for social and cognitive variables in understanding theory of mind for children. So what we have done is we have studied 3 subcultures of Iranian children. The first group is children from very high socioeconomic status. These are children who are from very wealthy families and they often have highly educated parents. We also have looked at children from very low socioeconomic status, so these are children who are from lower economically advantaged backgrounds and they often have very low educated parents. But also we have uniquely looked at a group of children from mountain villages in Iran. These children, as you can see in these pictures, they have very different social environment compared to urban children. So some of these children live in tents along with other family members. Also, these children do not have access to manufactured toys and digital devices like urban children. So as you can imagine, they have very different day-to-day and social experience as compared to urban children. So we have compared theory of mind understanding and executive functioning skills among these 3 groups of children, and the results are striking. We have found that there are actually no differences between these 3 groups of children in theory of mind understanding, while there is quite a variation in their executive functioning skills, which suggests that executive functioning is more associated with the social environment. These results have important implications for the theories surrounding the association between executive functioning and theory of mind, which I would encourage you to read the paper to know. Thank you.